Hey Brian, thanks for sending me your swim video for analysis in the endless pool. That's actually pretty cool that you have one of those. It would be great to see an underwater video of you swimming, and I believe the endless pool does provide that. So if you get a chance, send that to me. Anyway, so what I'm looking at is I'm breathing, body balance, rotation, and kick. And generally, I like to count a swimmer's strokes and add it to their time per 25 meter or yard, just to get an idea of what's going on while they're swimming some distance, to see if their stroke count increases or decreases, as well as their time. And again, in the endless pool, obviously I can't do that. So that's just something that you want to make note of what pace you were swimming at when you did this video. Anyways, looking at breathing, that looks great. The proper breathing is when one goggle is in the water and you just rotate on your hip to breathe. That looks great. Body balance, feet are on top of the water. Your kick, your toes are nice and close together. You have a slight knee bend, but for the most part, you can tell you're kicking from your quad and hip flexor. When it comes to the mechanics that I teach, I use kicking as for balance, not propulsion. So what I'm seeing actually looks pretty good. A lot of beginner swimmers will tend to kick too much and try to propel themselves with their legs instead of their upper body. Rotation looks fine. I'd like to see you, maintain some bilateral breathing because that reinforces left-right hip rotation. So anyways, breathing, body balance, rotation, kick, that all looks great. Looking at the three main phases of the stroke. Number one, recovery. What's going on with your arm out of the water? In your case, looks great. Fingertips are below the wrist, below the elbow, all the way through the stroke. When you enter, you want to rotate. What's driving the rotation is actually the underwater pull. So as your right arm enters, your left arm pulled, you rotate. As your left arm entered, your right arm pulls and you rotate. So that all looks pretty good. Just want to make sure you reinforce that. I like to include some thumb slide drills and fingertip drag drills in my warm-up sets, just to maintain that recovery, because the recovery impacts phase 2, which is the hand entry. Again, you want to make sure you're entering fingertips, palm, wrist, elbow. Rotate, use that rotation to extend your arm deeper out in front of you, instead of trying to reach above water and entering with a flat hand and shallow. You want to keep that angled entry and allow your rotation driven by your underwater pull to help extend your arm deeper out in front of you. And then the hand entry is so important because ultimately that affects where and how much you catch. That's the anchor before you push. The catch and the push make up the pull. So you want to maintain that high elbow catch phase of the stroke. I like to have it be a little bit deeper than other coaches. Other coaches might enforce what's called a high early vertical forearm, which they have swimmers catch immediately after they enter the water. And I like the athlete to let their hand fall slightly, catch about 6 inches below the surface of the water, and then just push your palm behind your elbow, push it all the way back, and scrape your thigh. So the one thing I did notice in your stroke is you do cut your stroke out a little short. I think you could extend more from behind you. Like I already said, try to scrape your thigh a little bit past your hip with every arm stroke. You will you'll get pull more water with every arm stroke, and that's why I like to count your strokes in a pool, just to see if by extending more from behind, if you do lower your stroke count. So that's something to be aware of if at all you ever do swim in a pool. And 2 drills that I would highly recommend for you to get stronger are the catch-up drill, my signature drill, underwater doggy paddle drill. They're both very effective in just focusing on the catch and the push that make up the pull. And then maybe even some one-arm only drills with one arm at your side where you breathe to the side that's not stroking. That'll kind of help balance out your left and right side arm strengths, and just, making sure you're doing proper conditioning where you're including aerobic endurance sets, tempo sets. Pulling with hand paddles and a pull buoy will help strengthen your arms, and that'll help you strength precedes speed, so that'll help you become stronger. Doing some threshold sets and some speed sets, just like you would incorporate if you're a triathlete, cycling and running, endurance, strength, speed into your program. You want to make sure you're doing the proper conditioning in the pool. Hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, you can call and leave us a voicemail at speakpipe.com/endurance hour, or you can just send me an email and let me know, and I look forward to following you on your progress. Make it a great day.